Welcome back for part 7 of our series on peacemaking and cultivating a nonviolent heart. I want to close this series with 3 words that guide me in my own work of cultivating a nonviolent heart. The first is acknowledge. I acknowledge that forsaking the armor of violence will leave me feeling exposed, powerless, vulnerable. I call this willing vulnerability, always in the cause of prophetic, life-changing, costly love. The second word, embrace. I embrace my vulnerability in my role as peacemaker. I embrace the fact that I don't know how this situation will turn out. I embrace the likelihood that I will be inconvenienced and the possibility that I may not come out unscathed. I embrace the possibility that being a peacemaker will put me on the wrong side of the popular narrative. I embrace it. I own it. And honestly, I have never looked back. The third word is act. I act to diffuse violent situations. I gravitate toward the work of becoming a bridge, an arc of possibility for others, to be the bridge that allows emotionally safe passage for both the wounded ones and the wounding ones. Peacemaking is costly love in action. So I give you these 3 words: acknowledge, embrace, act. So why does peacemaking matter? Well, it's better than endless conflict. But the real point of peacemaking is to reclaim our shared humanity. Cultivating a nonviolent heart is the portal into our deeper humanity, our invitation to become real human beings. The nonviolent heart frees you to live your life courageously, with compassion for others, as Jesus lived, and as great hearts, great souls have lived through the ages. So, before we part, I offer you 7 takeaways that I've gleaned in my own work of cultivating a nonviolent heart. First, if God loves me unconditionally, then God loves everyone unconditionally. If God loves this other, then I am bound to them by the one love that binds, which challenges my duality universe. Second, othering draws a line between us and them. When I mentally become obsessed with their evilness, their crassness, their obvious imperfections, I open the door and invite them into my sacred interior space, where they take over, rule my thoughts, and dominate the very core of my being. Not okay. Third, God is not tribal. God is one. Period. Fourth, violence is not first the terrible things these people do, but the division in my own heart, in my own understanding. Fifth, I now know too much to stay on the path of a violent heart. But knowledge alone is not enough. Worthy knowledge invites worthy action on the path of peace. I call this action conversion of heart. Sixth, the old ways of violence and othering will crop up like weeds in a spring garden. I may temporarily lose some friends as they adjust to my new way of relating to our formerly shared enemies. So I give them space and hold them in love. And seventh, I can rewild my heart back to its natural beauty. I can become the start of a better conversation an irresistible presence of peace in the midst of a violent world. I want this way of life for you, for me, for our world, starting today, starting now. So here's a question I'd like you to work with. First, take a moment to think of the person you least love. Who would that be? The one whose very being annoys or offends you. Ask yourself, is there something that I know about this person that the utterly compassionate God doesn't know? If the answer is yes, what is it? If the answer is no, then what interior work awaits me? Please describe as honestly as you can. Thank you for journeying with me on this path to peacemaking and cultivating a nonviolent heart. Please share these teachings with friends, as well as with spiritual leaders and courageous visionaries in your life. If you're ready to go to the next level, reach out. Let's talk. I guide individuals across the U.S., Canada, and beyond. Be well, live in peace, love one another.